I want to welcome you to my final installment of inventory, I guess, if you want to put it that way. This was doing the dollar value LIFO retail method, and it's a combination of the dollar value LIFO with the LIFO retail, and it's the, like I said, it's a combination of the two. I'll put the two together. So the first thing we do is we do the retail method just like we did before. Okay, so we have beginning inventory is 148,050. And the retail side of that is 235,000. And if you remember the retail, we needed to find what our ratio was. So equal round our cost ratio divided by the 235, 3 decimals. So it comes up to 63%. Okay. Then we have our purchases at both cost and retail. So it's 397. And again, maybe we could have other stuff in here, but like markups, markdowns, and that type of freight in, that type of thing, but we're not going to. So equal round 393 divided by the 635, comma 3 decimals. So that comes up to 62%. And it's, yeah, 62 even. Okay. Goods available for sale is these two added together. And we bring that across. Our sales is real simple, 590,000. So the ending inventory would be 870 minus the 590. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little different. This is the end of year 2, so our index is 1.12. Okay, so I put the index also right there so I wouldn't forget it. Then what we have to do is we take the 280,000 divided by the 1.12, and that gives us 250,000. That's our base year. Okay, well, 250,000, it went up. So we bring down the 235 and the 148,050. Okay, and that means we need another 15,000 because we take the 250 minus our 235, so we need 15,000 here. Okay, now to get the 148, what we did over here is we take the 235 times our index of 1.0 times 0.63, and that gives us the 148. And on this one, we take our 15,000 that we need times our index of 1.12, that's to get converted back to the current level, current year, times our cost ratio of 0.62. And that's the amount that will go here. So it's equal to the 15,000 times 1.12 times the 62,000. That gives us 10,416, which we then add up to gives us the 158,466. Okay. Oops, wrong way. So that's the amount that would actually go up here now. The 158. That also goes right here too. Sorry. That's the amount that goes there, and that's the amount that goes up here, along with the 280. Okay. Now keep in mind this 280 is actually made up of this right here. Okay. Okay. Then we have this year's purchases of 363. And this one is 550. Cost ratio, we recalculate it under the new ones. So it's 363 divided by the 550 gives us the 66%. I think I had these come up pretty decent. And this is then equal to the 158,466 plus the 363. And We add the 280 and the 550 together to get 830,000. Our sales is 590, okay, which we then take 830 minus the 590, and we get 250, 830. Now you notice it went down. Yeah, okay, sorry. 250, 830. Our base is 1.08. Then we would divide the, I'm going to do a round, so I'll get myself in trouble. 250 divided by 1.08, comma 0, because we want 0 decimals on this, and that gives us 232, 250. Okay, you notice we have to come over here. It went down from that year. Okay, so this is 232, 250. Now to get this number, we would take 232, 250 times 1.0 times 0.63. Okay, so we have equal the 232, 250 times 1.0, that's our base index, times the 0.63 is our beginning. And we get 146,318, which is also a number down here because there's nothing to add to it, which is then our ending inventory, 146,318. And that's also the number that we would put as our beginning inventory over here, along with the 250, 830. Okay, for 2014, we added 377,000. Retail, we added 650,000. So let's not get confusing here. So let's get rid of these extra zeros in here. There we go. I forgot to highlight this one, but we have to find the ratio again. So we have equal, round, 377 divided by the 650, comma 3. So that gives us 58%. I think I got these. Yeah. Okay. Then we'd add these two together. 146 plus the 377 gives 523, 318. And on this side we get 900,830. Our sales, 641, 955. And so this will give us then the 900 minus the 641, or 258, 875. Our index for this year is 1.09. So on this one, we equal the round 258 divided by 1.09, comma 0, and that gives us 237,500. Notice it went up. So because of that, we can just bring this over. Yeah, yes, we can't quite bring it over. Equal 232 times 1.0 times 0.63. Okay, 146,318. Okay, kind of bring it over. Then we see we need what? Equal this minus this one, 5250. Okay, so good how I got that. It's the base year minus what we have. Okay, so we need 230, but then we need to take, actually we need to take the 5,250, convert it into the current year, which is 1.09 times our cost ratio of 0.58. Okay, so that's what we're doing over here. So we have equal 5250 times 1.09, which is our index for the year, times 0.58, which is our cost ratio. And that gives us 3319, which we then would add those two together. Okay, and I don't want, we want to RUND comma 0 because we want these to be whole numbers just to make life easier. Probably the same way here. ND and comma 0. Okay, so that's our ending inventory. Okay, and so that's the number that we would put up there, which would also be the number that we would put over there, along with the number right beside it for the ending 258. Okay, then we put in the purchases at cost and the purchases at retail, and then we have to calculate our cost ratio, ROUND, and that's the 504,000 divided by the 800,000, comma 3, which is the 63,000. And then we add those two together, and we add the 800,000 plus the 258. And then we equal the sales, subtract the sales from our goods available for sale to get ending inventory of 296,375. Then we bring down our index right here, 1.12. And then here, for the base year, we take the 296. I'm going to round it because I know it's going to be off. 296 divided by the 1.12, 0 decimals. It gives you 264,621. And again, you notice it went up. So, because the year before it was 258. So basically, we'll bring these two numbers over. The 23,250 and the 5250. And then this is the 23,2250 times 1.0 times 0.63. And this is the 5250 times 1.09 times 0.58. Okay, and that gives us the 146,318 and the 3319, because those numbers won't change any. And then we see how much more do we need. So we have equal 264 minus 232,250 minus the 5250. So we need another $27,121. So this is going to be $27,121 times 1.12 to bring it to current dollar, the current times the 0.63, which is our cost ratio. So over here we'd have 27,121. No, let's put it equal round 27,121 times 1.12 times 0.63, comma 0. We want even dollars. It gives us 19,137, which we then do an auto sum. And I don't need that many decimal places. And then over here, this is the final total we put up here, and that would be going on to 2015. Okay, so the idea for this is you do the retail method, and then you do the index method, LIFO indexing, and you keep on continuing with that. Okay, imagine you'll have to watch this one several times to get the hang of it, but hopefully that will help you a little bit.